Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Deffinition, and just when it seemed like DC were finally getting back on their feet after Joker, it seems like they're taking one step forward and two steps back, with reactions from the October screening of Wonder Woman 1984 labelling it a disaster. Throughout this video I'm going to be going through everything that we know about the plot from the leaks and the reactions to it from the screenings. There will be heavy spoilers here, and whilst leaks like this should always be taken with a pinch of salt, the plot, which was originally posted on Reddit, was taken down due to a DMCA, so it looks like it could indeed be true. You have been warned, and with that out the way, I just want to give a huge thank you for clicking this video. Now let's get into Wonder Woman 1984. Okay, so the screening was apparently held last month, and after Patty Jenkins stated that she recently had shown the film to some audiences, it doesn't sound like things are looking good for the movie. According to those who got to see the film early, 1984 is goofy, slow-paced, and very plot heavy. Redditors who have apparently watched the film said that it was very camp as well, due not to only its 80s setting, but also many of the plot devices that the film uses. They said that the source of Maxwell Lord's power comes from a magic stone that grants wishes, but it has a monkey's paw effect that gives them an added curse. And overall, throughout the movie, curses feed Maxwell Lord's power, and this is how he grows stronger and stronger. We did hear rumours about this a couple of months back, and it seems like a pretty basic plot device, which, yeah, magic stone, so I think they just needed to invent a way of why it could pose such a threat towards a superhuman. Now this magic stone apparently falls into the hands of Wonder Woman, who, when touching it, according to the leaks, accidentally wishes Steve Trevor alive again. Now, to make matters worse, his spirit possesses another man, and only Diana sees him as Steve, whereas everyone else sees him as the real person that he is. This is meant to be a sincere moment in which Diana gets to be back with her true love, but according to the audience, you just feel bad for the guy that Steve has suddenly possessed. This wish costs her some of her invincibility, as bullets and knives can now hurt her, which, yeah, I think this is the point where the film starts to cave in on itself due to convolution, as they said that for the movie she mainly relies on the lasso, as that doesn't lose its powers, and it's the only thing that she can use with magic. Now, contradicting all of the prior movies, the lasso also appears to have gotten an upgrade. It now has the ability to fire off bolts of lightning, which I don't know why she didn't use them against Doomsday or Steppenwolf, but yeah, to me that's often a big problem with prequels, where stuff set in the past is somehow better than when it's in the future, and yeah, it's often a problem that arises when movies jump about a timeline. Anyway, Diana, having lost her ability to fly, with the help of Steve goes after Lord in her invisible jet. According to the leak, she can now change stuff invisible with the stone. Yeah, don't ask me, but this does harken back to the comic books. Now, as for the film, I'm not sure how it will turn out with her having an invisible plane, and the leaked images that we saw of it did look kinda goofy, but hey, movie magic and all that. Maybe they used the stone to make it so that the invisible jet didn't look bad, but in turn unleashed a terrible curse that means this movie will suck. Anyway, The Rock also gives Kristen Wiig's character, Barbara Minerva, the power of Cheetah. This allows her to hurt people with her claws and move really fast. There's apparently a scene where she goes into a gym, some guys are making fun of her, and then she bench presses 1,000 pounds, and this really shows them up. You sure got them there, great work. I'm starting to think that this movie was written in the 80s as well. Anyway, people at the screening said that when she does eventually become the cheetah and dons her traditional look, that it looks like a cat's reject and has her bouncing about in a pretty mediocre suit. She ends up becoming the villain, and she just wants to stop Diana from taking down Lord, due to the fact that if she does, Cheetah will lose her powers. This leads to a big fight, and during it Lord undoes all of his wishes by mistake, and Cheetah's powers go away. Steve goes away too, but that's not the end of the story, and it's said that the movie rips off the ending of Meet Joe Black, with Diana agreeing to go on a date with the guy that Steve possessed, as he doesn't remember anything. Yeah, really bad. Now, like I said, leaks like this should always be taken lightly, but again, the post was removed by Reddit in response to a copyright notice, so there could be a lot of weight here. Personally, this plot leak is really disheartening, and it seems like for every foot that DC put forward with Joker, they put two back with Wonder Woman, and I'm guessing Birds of Prey, because yeah, that movie does not look good. Honestly, I think it's time that they kind of wind down the DCU a bit, as bar Shazam, Wonder Woman and Aquaman, these movies have been pretty disappointing. I actually really like Man of Steel and the extended cut of Batman v Superman, but they were panned and there was clearly a lot of studio interference that stopped those movies from being what they should have been. I think if this flops and Birds of Prey does as well, then DC should just completely scrap everything, start from the ground up again with this new timeline with Joker, the new Batman movie which is apparently set in the 90s, and just go from there with the goodwill of everyone. We can just forget this ever happened. I'm using the magic stone to wish it all away. This just sounds like a real step down, and the plot is so simplistic at points that it really seems like a retread of things that we've seen done 100 times before, 20 years ago. Comic book movies have moved on so much in the last decade, and I can see why fans are very disappointed with this, as it sounds like it's just taking very basic elements and dragging them out. Make-A-Wish storylines can often be very lazy ways to fix things in films, and the fact that they are going with that to resurrect Steve Trevor is really worrying to me. I want to have a Make-A-Wish Foundation to marry Gal Gadot. Anyway, there's so many better ways that it could have been done, and this was originally thought to be a trick by Hades or one of the old ancient gods, but to hear that he's brought back with just a wish is very poor in my opinion. Things just being sorted by wishing them and having a be careful what you wish for message behind it has been done to death, and it's not really a plot motif that I find all that interesting anymore, especially for a superhero movie, so I'm really hoping that they take the feedback from the audience and fix this. The amount of reshoots that go on at the moment in movies leave things open to be changed over and over, so yeah, I wish that they would take some time out and fix it. That's the last wish joke, I promise. The movie was originally moved forward from its release date, so if they have to push it back then that's okay by me. I just want the best movie possible, so if it's delayed then that's better to me than releasing it with what these leaks say. They might not be true, but we definitely know that a screening happened, and we know that Reddit removed the post, so it does seem like these things could be legit. Now obviously I'd love to hear your thoughts on the leak, and if you agree with me or if you think that they sound good. You know, you might want to see a Wonder Woman movie like this. Comment below and let me know, and if you enjoyed this video then please like it, and make sure you check out my breakdown of the leaks of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, which will be linked at the end. We go over the entire movie and its ending, so it's definitely worth checking out if you want to know more. If you want to come chat to me after the video then make sure you follow me on Twitter at DeffinitionYT, or head over to my Discord server which will be linked in the description below. Those are the best ways to keep up to date with all the latest videos on the channel, so hopefully I see you over there very soon. We're also giving away a free copy of the Marvel Phase 3 Part 1 box set on Blu-ray, which contains Civil War, Doctor Strange, Homecoming, Ragnarok and more, and all you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is like the video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts on the Wonder Woman leaks in the comments section below. The winner is going to be chosen on the 15th of November, and the set will be shipped out from then to whoever gets the prize, so best of luck to everyone who takes part. This is a channel for people who are super into superheroes, so if that's the kind of thing you like, hit subscribe. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this. I've been Deffinition, you've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.